How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Headspun. It is time for us to get some sleep and get back to work the next day, and hopefully we can get the staff room fixed one day, and we got to keep earning NC, although we got NC coming out our ears already. Let's just see what happens next. We're waiting for the next event to happen. I promised Arnold I'd swing by the memory bank this evening. Did I not do that? Jeez, I feel like I did that last episode and read out all the memories. Well, I guess we'll find out in a moment if I remember them all. I guess it didn't save very well. We'll find out. Let's go have a look. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was dreaming it. Maybe we do have new memories to read and I just missed it. Doesn't seem like me though. Like I'm a twat when it comes to a lot of things, but and especially memory. But when it comes to side missions, I never make that mistake. Alright, here we go. Right, it's not a side mission, is it? It's a main mission. Repairing Cortex is our primary goal here. Memories are the most important part, realistically. Now let's see what he has to say. Last time he repeated the same shit again. There's new memories to look at. Oh yeah, same shit again. The huge. Ah, I missed this one. I didn't see that one. 13. I remember the combination of rage and pain, a potent mixture. I never hurt anyone before. Nobody ever tells you how much it hurts to throw a punch. The movies make it look so painless. I kept my fist clenched despite this, trying to look mean. Trying not to let my face show how much pain I was in. I connected perfectly with the cheek under Jack's left eye, and he staggered backwards, clutching the side of his face. Once he regained his composure, and he'd registered what had just happened, we stood there staring at each other for a time, studying each other. I was still furious, and through that anger, I remember thinking I had no idea who this guy was anymore. Two best friends who realized that they really don't know each other that well. Didn't really know each other that well anymore. Two strangers. We might have known each other for over 2 decades, but I remember thinking to myself that I'd never forgive him. How had it gotten to this? How had it all gone so wrong? He's been lying this whole time. All okay, Teddy? I'm not sure. I know Jack's hiding something and it's big. I'm gonna find Teddy. I'll catch you later, Arnold.
Task updated.
Speak to Teddy. Where is he? Should I head to his quarters, I guess? We'll head to Teddy's quarters. It's the most likely place we're going to find him, and it's not too far from here, so that's cool. He punched Jack, so something definitely is going down. Something huge, not just a quibble, not just a slight quarrel between friends. He's been lying this whole time, Teddy. I knew it. I bloody knew it. And I outright said it to you, but you wouldn't listen. You never listen. Firstly, you can't just barge in here, out of hours, shouting your mouth off about whatever it is you're shouting your mouth off about. And secondly, listening to you is dull, man. If they could bottle up the effect of your voice has on me and sell it to the masses, you'd put sleeping medicine companies out of business. Cut the crap for a sec, Teddy. We're getting close to what happened the night of the accident here. This latest memory is all but proves Jack is involved somehow. Involved? Involved in what exactly? Why do you keep acting like there's some huge conspiracy here? Theo had a car accident. He knocked his head and lost a few weeks in his coma. Now he's awake. What pieces are you trying to put together? What are you trying to work out, Ted? I don't know. The pieces aren't fitting together properly. Something's wrong. I can just feel it. Yeah, well, you can leave the sixth sense shit to me. That's my domain. And my spidey sense ain't tingling here, mate. They fought, you know. Theo literally punched Jack in the face. Theo punched him? When has Theo ever hit anybody? Like in his whole life. When has that ever happened? Exactly. It's clear the two of them have drifted in recent years. But that night, the night of the accident, they fell out properly. There was a catalyst though. Something which I'm still missing. The memory didn't illuminate that particular fact, but Jack did something. You don't just throw a punch without a good reason. Any ideas then, Sherlock? Maybe Jack was jealous of Theo's success up here in the city? He always hated the fact that we were moving away. Maybe he got jealous and grew to hate Theo's life without him. His new circle of friends. Maybe he wanted to put himself back on Theo's radar. A jealousy-fueled attempt to get back at Theo for abandoning the comic. That's quite mad, bro. You think Jack sabotaged Theo's car in an attempt to murder him? Look, Teddy, I'm not sure. I'm just chucking things out there. Yeah, well, don't. Let's call it a day. And talk to Jack next time he's in. Get to bed, man. Sleep. You're losing the plot. Fine, see you tomorrow, Teddy. Thanks anyway. It does seem a bit much. How bad can your friendship have gotten if your best friend is sabotaging your car to attempt to murder you? And it doesn't sound like Jack wants the life that Theo's got. Not at all. Because Jack's like Teddy, and Theo's like Ted. I don't know. I don't know. Let's hit the hay and see what happens. Maybe we can get some work done tomorrow. We got a whole bunch of NC now. Making NC up the arse. I knew Jack was keeping something from Theo. Now we're beginning to see why. Jack and Theo may have been best friends once, but clearly things have changed. Theo never punched anyone in his life. Whatever Jack's hiding, it must be big. What's Jack hiding this whole time? What else happened that night? We still don't know everything. We don't know what happened before the fight or after. How and why Theo ended up in that coma is still not clear. We need to take this to Jack directly. One for another day. Time for bed. Thank God for that. I've only been playing for like 5 days. I'm gonna have to let things come to us. Yeah, the usual. The usual. I'm gonna rock our awesome tie that gets us plus 10 NC or something. We get extra money out of it. That's all that matters. We'll take this one and we'll head through the R&D department. I guess we could buy something at the R&D department while we're here. We can buy that. Store expansion plus 2? Store expansion 2, sorry. What's this one? Ooh. It's an upgrade to our activity, I think. That'd be convenient. We don't need to go to HR. The bodies are still everywhere. They did a fantastic bang-up job cleaning up those bodies. Tell you. Great work. Answers and altercations. Interesting. Morning, Teddy. Yo, what's going on? Anything new to report? Seems news of Jack's lie has been spreading. The revelation has cast an ominous shadow around the place. I've noticed. Let's not jump to any conclusions, though. We haven't heard Jack's side of the story yet. True. But something big went down between Jack and Theo. Something involving Super Average Joe, I'd wager. And we need to get to the bottom of it. What if Jack had something to do with the accident? What if this is all related to the comic? To Super Average Joe and Kavinsky and Clay Comics? I think this is all related, and I'm going to find out how. You do that, bro. Fight the good fight. Let's get him up, shall we? So, it's going to be an event day, is it? Something's going down? Oh, Jack's here already.
Oh, morning, dude. Sorry if I woke you. How you doing today? Your memory's falling back into place.
Slowly. See, he's worried, Teddy. Worried that Theo's remembering too much. It's time to confront him about the day of the accident. I remembered our fight.
Fight? What are you talking about?
He can't keep this up any longer. He's lying. I can feel it. The day of the accident.
Okay, look. It's nothing sinister. I just didn't want to dredge up a painful conversation after you just come out of a fucking coma. I wanted to put all that to one side to make up or whatever. After you got your job in the city, we drifted.
Figured that much, yeah.
You had new priorities, apparently, and we began to talk less and less. I still worked hard, pushing Super Average Joe forward, pursuing our dream. You, though, you just gave up. Your new life swallowed any ambition you once had. Getting pissed with those cool new friends of yours was your new passion. You no longer cared about our plans to start a studio. You no longer cared about Kavinsky and Clay comics.
I could gather that much, yeah. That's exactly what you did. You gave up. Whose side are you on, Teddy? You might tell yourself that, but you thought it was beneath you. You're embarrassed by your own passion. You could have found the time to work with Jack outside of work, if you wanted. Kavinsky and Clay could have been bloody massive already. And where would you have found the time for that? With all the hours we're putting in at the office, there's no way that would have worked. Enough time for drinking alone every other night and falling asleep on the sofa crying, though. Come on, Teddy, work with me here. We need to find out what Jack is making such an effort to hide. Fine. And after that?
Then about a year ago, I drove up to the city and confronted you about it. Asked you what was going on, questioned your priorities. You told me Kavinsky and Clay Comics was a pipe dream. Told me to get a real job, to grow up. And I was hurt. My art might not be as good as yours, but I decided to give it a shot myself. What did you care? It wasn't easy, but after 3 or 4 months, I had come up with a first main story arc. I tried to get in touch with you, but you had stopped picking up my calls, so I thought, fuck it, and I took it to Orion Comics myself to see if they were interested in publishing, and they were, man.
Good for you.
They offered me a 6-volume series in exchange for a stake in the IP.
He sold Super Average Joe. He actually did it. He finished the first volume and sold it. Our idea. It's all starting to make sense.
Which brings us to 5 weeks ago, the day of the accident. Ignoring whatever else, you are still my best friend, and I had to share the news with you. You're supposed to be happy for me. You flipped.
That guy sounds like an
You
asshole.
accused me of stealing the idea. You told me that I had no right to use Super Average Joe, that I needed your permission.
Damn right you need our permission. Super Average Joe is a product of Cortex. He was born out of our R&D department. Look, if he's not interested in it, that's not his problem. I don't disagree, Ted, but you see the hypocrisy here, right? You pushed the comic to the sidelines and ignored it for years, and now you suddenly care? You dropped the idea as soon as something better came along. You don't give a shit about Super Average Joe, you simply don't care. That's not true. Yeah, it is. I'm the only one who's been pushing it, but apparently my wants and suggestions fall on deaf ears. Because it's all about you, isn't it, Ted? Has been for years. How'd you react?
I told you had no right, especially considering it was a pipe dream. How could you be angry at me for pursuing something that you'd abandoned? So yeah, we exchanged some rude words, and then when I called your life a meaningless husk, you threw a punch. I had no intention of fighting you, so I took the hit and I left, and that is what happened.
Sounds like he's in the right and we're an asshole. Okay, fair enough. So that's what really happened. That's why Theo hit Jack. Time to probe further. Where'd I go afterwards?
I don't know. I didn't see you again until you woke up here.
As always, Jack is useless in helping us get a better picture of the timeline of that evening. Your inhaler?
I guess I dropped it after you hit me. You must have taken it with you.
Maybe he was gonna go and apologize. If it wasn't for the inhaler, Jack would have likely maintained his lie and we'd be none the wiser about this fight. Kinda fucked up he'd hold back such vital information about the night Theo crashed a car and slipped into a 5-week coma. So what are your motives here, Jack? Your hands look worse.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
What is wrong with his hand? That's the most dodgy part. Do you have anything to do with the crash?
What? No, do you think I cut your brakes or something? Screw you.
Do you really think he could have had something to do with it? I don't know, Teddy. There's something going on here, though, and I wouldn't put anything past him right now. That night has come into focus a bit. We still got not got the full picture. What are you still hiding, Jack?
I'm sorry, Theo. I didn't want to lay all of this on you after you'd just woken up. Going through it all once was enough.
I don't know, man. Sounds to me like he had Theo's best interest in heart. Why are you so quick to defend this guy, Teddy? He's stolen our ideas. Why aren't you up in arms about this? You're always up in arms about fucking something. I guess I just understand why you did it. Anyway, he's looking for a reaction. Need some time on my own?
Okay. But remember, the comic wasn't yours to hold prisoner, Theo. You can't push
no, man, I'm right on your side there.
Reservations and insecurities on to me.
I feel you. I understand, we're an asshole. I get it. Left his inhaler behind again. Well, that went well. It did, in a way. Our picture of the day is becoming clearer. I still feel like we're missing a piece of the puzzle, though. Where did Theo go after the fight? Was that really the end of it? I guess so. Well, let's get back to it. That police officer will be visiting soon. I'm sure we'll be able to answer the remaining questions we have. Jeez, we're nearly there. Alright, can we assign some jobs?
This is a staff announcement.
Roger.
Can Roger please report to the control room?
Hey, Roger. What can I give you? Researching later bedtimes. Learning meditation. Expanding store. Let's go... learning meditation, I guess.
This is a staff announcement. Can Rosie please report to the control room?
Rosie. Let's do meditation with you.
This is a staff announcement. Can Charlie please report to the control room?
Charlie. You need the same one. Let's get it done. Cool. I know it's broken, but at least we're getting shit done, regardless of how broken it is. That's the main thing, right? We're pushing on, regardless of anything else. Because I'm stubborn as fuck. Let's do some shit. Sudoku. Oh my god, I'm not ready for this. It's been a while. Oh shit. I messed up. And I'm trying to talk at the same time and it's hard. It's so hard to talk at the same time. It really is. I don't know why I don't just... let's just wait it out. Screw it, I need the money. Waiting's worth so much more money, it's ridiculous. Oh, meditation's done. That's cool. Wonder what that means. What can we do with that? Now we got 10,000 NC. God damn, let's hit up HR. See what we can do in here. Hey Ted, good to see you. What can I help you with today? What can I do? What is this? They're going to reward this member of a team with your bonus, will you? Bonus will increase your staff's build speed and Cortex power contributions. 5 grand though, god damn. 5 grand a pop. Expensive. I guess I got nothing else to spend the money on at the moment though. So you know what? Fine. Let's give this one a bonus too. Alright. Now we're out of money. Should boost the morale around here at least. Considering our character's an asshole. That kind of ruins morale a little. So we need to offset that somehow. Does that mean we got new memories? We should check out if we got new memories. We did talk to Jack. Every time we talk to Jack, we get new memories. Let's see what happens. Hey Ted. Got any memories to look at? We do indeed, yes. Seems like the items retrieved from Theo's car after the accident triggered something. I'll leave it to you, Ted. Go and have a look at it. Thanks, Arnold. Whoa, that's all but 2. Let's get our reading on. The new job was a bit of a culture shock at first, I'll admit. All suits and conference skills and corporate buzzwords. After syncing up with my new boss and having a bit of a blue sky about my new role in the company, I questioned for a moment whether this was the right path for me. Was this really a valid route to my own business with Jack? Would something that lacked so much creativity really be a path to something that was the complete opposite? I told myself it was. At lunch that first day, I sat with a group of guys who would quickly become friends. They weren't like my other friends. Well, they weren't like Jack, I should say. I've never had a big group of friends. These guys had been brought up in the big smoke of London, with big personalities to match. They lived for the pub after work and having a good time. Work was tough, so they let loose when they got out of the office. I found myself adopting their traits, using their words, drinking their drinks. I was slowly becoming one of the gang. Sounds terrible. I remember Friday mornings becoming synonymous with pounding headaches and nausea. Every Thursday, almost without fail, we hit the bar a few minutes from the office for a drink. Stress had become a regular part of my life now. A year prior, I didn't drink coffee, had no grey hairs, slept. Drinking made each of these things more manageable. I was often getting in at 2 or 3 in the morning, sleeping for 4 hours or so, and then heading to the office, still slightly under the influence. I never got hangovers when I was at university, but they all caught up with me at once. In these hungover, mildly depressed states, I thought about Super Average Joe. I thought about Kavinsky and Clay. I thought about Jack, and it always made me feel bad. Hitting the pub again after work, or at lunch even, was a good way to banish those thoughts from my head. At lunch? The irony of having such a clear and distinct memory about the moment I realised I'd completely lost about 8 hours of my life was not lost to me. A memory of having completely lost my memory. I was drinking a lot more at that time. I'd forgotten the odd events of the night, of nights out before. That time I spilled a guy's drink, or we went to the second bar on the way home. But this was different. A whole evening had gone undocumented in my mind. I remember the first drink after work, the second, the third, the fourth, possibly that first rum and coke palate cleanser, and then nothing. Just me. In the here and now, lying on a grubby sofa in a living room I've literally never seen before in my life. My head feels like one of those logs a lumberjack splits in two with an axe. My mouth is dry, my vision is blurry. What the hell happened last night? This is one of those questions I'll simply never know the answer to. I rushed out of the flat, whoever's it was, and traipsed my way to the office. And that's it. That's all we got. We got 2 more to get. Let's get to bed then. We're getting there. We're getting there. Our brain's still only at 24, so we've got a long way to go with that. God, these corpses are so off-putting. Wait. Can I hit the Imaginarium? That's fixed. That wasn't fixed before. What does it do? Good to see this place back up and running. Theo should have the power of abstract thought and imagination again now. I've got not much reason to be in here right now though. I should get going. Nice. Time to go. Very good. Very nice. I really don't know how we're going to get the staff room done, and I don't know if it's actually like necessary to finish the game, because if it is, I think the game might be locked. You know, we might be stuck. But I guess we'll find out when we get to the end and we can't progress anymore. Stupid staff quarters. Has begun. It's been in the works for like 6 days. Just like the corpses Or they're clearing the debris. Or they're getting rid of the mice. They've all been done. Time to sleep. Mm-hmm. Alright, this will just be a day of like blasting out a bunch of money, probably. Time to get to work. We got no money here, and not much is going to happen, really. Well, I guess we could set some more jobs, so that's something. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Get some more of the R&D stuff done. Okie dokie. Let's get another day out of the way. This will be a nice quick one, I reckon. We'll just rest so we can earn the maximum amount of money. Which is weird that doing nothing is what earns us the most. Alright, dickhead, ready to start the day? Go ahead and boot up the system if you're ready.
Begin shift.
Thanks, G. I wanted everyone to call me a dickhead again. Call me a dickhead again, okay? Right.
This is a staff announcement. Can Frank please report to the control room?
This will issue Theo a mission, so that should mess everything up. But that's okay. Expanding HR store, I suppose we should do that. That's kind of... Oh my god, that worked! That worked on Frank.
This is a staff announcement. Can Roger please report to the control room?
That was weird. Usually that affects the one above it. Good, that one didn't work properly. Cool. At least Frank works properly. And I can't summon Arnold.
This is a staff announcement.
Arnold's broken.
Dennis, please report to the control room.
Whew, they got some bugs to work out of this game still. My gosh. My gosh, indeed.
This is a staff announcement. Can Rosie please report to the control room?
Come on, Rosie.
This is a staff announcement. Can Charlie please report to the control room?
Expanding HR store means we can, like, get new buildings, some new shops. Departments back up and running, you know? That'll be important. I'm not sure that we can ever actually hire more people until we get the staff room up, so never. Oh, well, let's try meditating. A double whammy of mental stimulation and stress reduction. And the session can be done in just an hour. Time to zen out. What do I have to do? I don't know what I'm doing. You gotta tell me how to do it. Come on. Okay, you just click on it. Let's try that again. Let's try it with the controller. Maybe that'll make a difference. Controller seems to make it go a bit weird. It's a QuickTime event. I can do that. Well, for a little while. I'm not actually very good at QuickTime events. See? I messed one up already. Oh, Jesus. Cool. Alright, let's just skip ahead now. Oh, HR store expanded. Cool. Let's issue them new missions before we turn in for the night, eh?
Staff announcement. Can Frank please report
Frank!
to the control room?
Come here, Frank! I got shit for you to do, alright? What? I can't summon you.
This is a staff announcement. Can Dennis please report to the control room?
Come here, Dennis. Not later bedtime, it's the other one. Expand the story again.
This is a staff
Maybe I'll split these two up, because we can probably afford to waste a bit of time researching the next two. To be honest.
This is a staff announcement. Can Charlie please report to the control
I'm very much looking forward to them fixing this game. But I mean, it's playable at this stage. You know? Kind of. If you're willing to jump through a few hoops, it's playable.
Shift finished.
Alright, let's go and see if we can buy some stuff at the HR. Some new buildings or facilities, whatever you want to call it. That would be pretty badass. Hey T, good to see you. What can I help you with today? Yeah, we can get all this stuff now. Well, the restrooms haven't been done either. They've been commissioned, but they broke as well. Just a pain in the bum. Let's see what we can get. We got 12 grand, so we can afford to buy lots of them. Let's hopefully they don't all break. Ideally. Repair the staff room. Yes. Repair the living quarters? Why is she saying staff room? I'm not too sure. I think it's broken. But we know it's broken. We can actually get everything here. Well, let's just see what we can do. Who knows? Let's just be real careful about how we assign jobs. Especially the rooms, because they're the most important jobs. Because I don't want to have this kerfuffle again. This kerfuffle. I swear to Christ. Nothing worse than a bloody kerfuffle. You know? Alright. We need to wrap this episode up. We're out of time. In the next episode, we got a whole bunch of buildings to fix. At least you know how to assign jobs now without kerfuffling them too much. So that's cool. But we'll be very careful anyway, just to make sure we do it properly and don't kerfuffle. I really gotta stop saying kerfuffle. Alright, we're gonna wrap this episode up here, and in the next one we'll hit the hay and... Actually, I should just hit the hay now, shouldn't I? Let's just hit the hay now, and then I'll wrap the episode after I hit the hay, and we can start the new day in the next episode. And that'd be pretty sweet. Let's do that. Time to sleep. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.